Good day, Mzansi. Welcome to DGI News, Danger Gavar Ngozi, the only news desk that monitors the chaos so you can keep your sanity. I'm Hope, and today is Monday, May 18th, 2026. If you thought the weekend was for relaxing, our news cycle clearly missed the memo. We have 5 brand new, freshly baked breaking stories that completely skipped last week's headlines. The death of the SABC TV license. First up, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The Minister of Communications and Digital Technologies, Solly Malatsi, has officially announced that the comprehensive study to find an alternative to TV licenses is complete. Yes, we are finally saying goodbye to the most ignored bill in South African history. The beautiful part of this news is that you can finally stop getting those threatening SMSEs from debt collectors treating you like an international fugitive because you haven't paid 265 Rand for a TV you only use to watch Netflix. The massive catch, however, is that the SABC still needs money, meaning this will likely be replaced by a public levy. So you'll probably end up paying for it through your general taxes or smartphone data, whether you like it or not. For the ordinary South African, fact. The Auditor General recently revealed that the evasion rate for TV licenses hit a staggering 85%. And hilarious enough, 73% of those unpaid accounts belong to government entities and officials themselves. So at least you're in good company while your inbox gets a break. Gauteng schools, kept in the dark moving. Over to education, Gauteng Education, MEC Mr. Mail, dropped a bombshell over the weekend. Public schools across the province have accumulated a jaw-dropping 583.9 million Rand in unpaid municipal debt for water and electricity. On the bright side, the Pretoria High Court recently stepped in and ordered municipalities to turn the lights back on, so our kids don't have to do science experiments in total darkness. On the dark side of the coin, the department is now moving to strip local school governing bodies of their financial management powers, arguing they can't handle the billing. For the ordinary citizen, fact. The city of Johannesburg holds the biggest slice of this debt at 390.7 million Rand. It means if your child tells you they couldn't print their homework because the school ran out of electricity juice, they might actually be telling the absolute truth. The gated estate boom gate crackdown. If you live in a complex, an estate, or an office park, the information regulator has just put a massive target on your security boom gate. They have officially published a draft, Code of Conduct for Gated Access Areas, to stop security teams from being excessively intrusive. The victory here for our digital safety is huge. No more dirty books left open at the security gate where the guy behind you can copy down your phone number, ID, and home address. The flip side, though, is that estates are now prohibited from indiscriminately scanning your driver's license or storing your facial recognition data indefinitely. For ordinary South Africans, this means your private data is finally safe from being leaked. But it also means the queue to get into your friend's braai this weekend might move at the speed of a snail, while complexes scramble to comply with Popia. Uncle Sam is watching Duduzile Zuma hope. In global geopolitical drama, a brand new bill has been tabled in the United States House of Representatives that directly targets South African citizens. The bill authorizes strict economic and travel sanctions against anyone in Africa recruiting people to fight in the Ukraine war. The silver lining is that it proves South Africa is heavily on the global radar, We are never ignored. However, the heavy geopolitical downside is that the bill explicitly names former President Jacob Zuma's daughter, Duduzile Zuma Sambudla, as a specific target for these sanctions. For the ordinary South African, fact. This escalates the diplomatic tightrope our country walks with the West. It also means that if you thought your family group chat had high stakes, at least the US Congress isn't drafting legislation specifically about your tweets. The WhatsApp Bible verse CCMA showdown. Hope. Finally, the Commission for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration, CCMA, has ruled on a case that sets a massive precedent for our daily lives. A Zimbabwean bakery manager who was fired for posting a Bible verse on his personal WhatsApp status has won his case against his employer. The great news for workers is that the CCMA has proven your boss cannot simply fire you over a status update without independent fairness. The commissioner ruled the dismissal was way too harsh. The stressful reality, however, is that the whole mess started because a xenophobic Facebook campaign was targeting the bakery, creating massive workplace tension. For the average South African, fact, the employee was awarded 3 months compensation pay. The ultimate takeaway? Be incredibly careful with what you put on your WhatsApp status. Your colleagues, your boss, and apparently the entire legal system are reading your updates. Summary. Hope. To wrap up today's fresh headlines, TV licenses are dead, but a new tax is breathing. Gauteng schools owe enough money to buy a small island. Security estates can no longer hoard your fingerprints. The US government knows Duduzile Zuma's name, and your WhatsApp status could land you at the CCMA. The hopeful tagline, it's a fast-moving Monday, Mzansi. But remember, in South Africa, the bills might be high and the drama might be constant, but our capacity to adapt, laugh, and push forward is completely unbillable. Outro. Hope. That is your DGI news update for today. If you want to navigate the danger and the gava with a smile on your face, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Drop a comment below. Are you happy to finally say goodbye to TV licenses, or are you too busy worrying about what your estate is doing with your driver's license? I'm Hope. This was Danger Gava Ngozi. Stay safe, stay sharp, and keep the hope alive.